G'day everybody and welcome back to another episode of Out of Ore, and I've just noticed that doesn't fall down enough. We got Flash on with us today. We had an absolutely awesome stream yesterday. I'm recording this on a Sunday. We had an absolutely awesome stream, which was brilliant. What we're doing is we're making some modifications in here and sorting ourselves out with a sort of in-ground dump area, if you may. I'm not going to call it a dump pit for obvious reasons. So the idea was that we've come through here with the excavator near the end of the stream and started actually digging all of this out, which has worked in really, really well. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set up sort of a dump area right through here of hopefully we've got enough power, fingers crossed, of conveyors. I might actually remove this one, to be honest. I'll take this one out at the moment. There we go. Lovely. And we'll temporarily throw, where are you? Right there. Cool. I'll temporarily throw that on like so, and we'll get some power across to here. Somehow we'll get some power across to here. But the plan is to place floor in here and for us to dump in here, which I think will work quite well. So that's if I can get it right. Isn't that right, Flash? How you doing, mate? Good?
Yeah, not too bad.
Not too bad.
Had a good sleep last night, which was a bit of a change.
Oh, that's all right. It was bloody cold, wasn't it?
Oh,
So cold
the
last
heater
night.
running almost 24/7.
Yeah, we've pretty well been the same here, actually. I should have given you some of this stuff so that you could have done this. So we're going to throw that all up there. And then...
Have you got any power pylons on you?
No, you might need to buy one, actually. It's going to have to be a high-rated one, I think. It's probably going to be the way to go. So... all right, so that should be all right. If we throw a power in there, and then the plan is to actually grid this floor like this, so that we're getting a nice little dump area in here like this. So, and it should work, shouldn't it? That's
Fingers crossed.
That's the theory, anyway. I just did something really stupid right there, which is nothing unusual. So we'll get rid of that and grab those. There we go. Throw that in there. And then I think we will probably throw a concrete wall there and a concrete wall there. And that should be okay. And then I'll throw floor over the top. I won't go into chat. I've been doing that a lot lately, actually, going into chat. So we'll throw these in, like this, and then that'll cover that up and give us the opportunity to drive over when we need to drive over. But to also open it up if we have any issues.
I just reckon we could run the power pylons underneath the grates here.
You know, we probably could, actually. So I think I have some on me. I've got a couple of these, so I might actually throw these on here. Might need you to take some. If you take a couple of those grates out, where you reckon we need power, probably take one out here, I reckon, and I'll start here. So if we take that out there, and I throw a wall in here, like that, and then I can throw this on there. Now, how many blocks was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think it's 10 from memory.
6.
And that one's sitting at the 9 mark.
9. 10. Right here, I reckon. Do you want to take this one out? Right in front of me. Actually, let's just do 9. Should we do 9 or should we do 10? We'll do 10. Let's throw it in there. All right, we'll see how that goes. I think I do have a little bit of cable here. Yeah, I do. So we can do that. see if it works. Yep, that works. And we'll go on there, up to there, like so. Beautiful. And then I'll put a little wall around this just to make it a little bit more legit, you know.
Make sure it doesn't get run into.
Make sure it doesn't get run into, and we don't fall down the hole there. So that gives us enough there, which runs our cable straight along the edge of that, which should be fantastic. That should work really, really well. Do you have the grate for here or not? Where are we? A bit of that. Oh, you do.
There you go.
Perfect. All right, let's fire this up then and see if it's actually going to work.
I think you might need 2 more cables first.
Yeah, that might actually help, mightn't it? Idiot. All right. Come on, if I can get out of the hole. I'm stuck in the hole. There we go. Let's grab that. Go from there across to here. Oh. So across there and there down to there. All right, do the honors, mate. Dig this up a little bit. That's all working really, really well. What kind of power we drawing on there? Enough?
Grid load is 2,446 and the unit load is 1,283.
So we've got a bit in there. That's good. That's good. That works really, really well. Okay, up there we go. All right, that's good. Did I put... Didn't really put some concrete down there. So at this point in time, I might just do... Oh, well, just make sure you don't dump at the end here. At the very end here. All right, let's give it a test out. Do you want to do a scoop? And dump a scoop in there and see how we go?
Yeah, I'll get on that.
Yeah. Grab a nice big scoop in here. We'll see how we go. Lovely. I can't see why it won't work perfectly. Should have it come up here any sec. There we go. There it goes. Beautiful. So that gives us a dump run right down here for while we're cleaning out the rest of this, which is really good. I was actually a bit worried that it was that we were going to have to put it a little bit too low, but I think it's actually pretty good. All right, beautiful. So we're going to dig out some more because I do want to actually do some a little bit more in regards to probably another couple of these. You wouldn't be would you be kind enough to go and grab the fuel truck, Flash?
Oh, I can certainly do that. See if there's any more concrete floors in that container up here too.
I've got a load on me, like a lot. If you need some. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I know that we'll lose a little bit of stuff, but I'm going to dump it all out there. And then Flash can run through there and level all of that out. But the plan is to actually start digging all of this floor out and grade it up and sort of make it a bit of a raised floor, because I want to get all of this crushed rock out, all of this stuff here. So we're going to do that and dump all of that stuff as well.
I completely forgot we left the bloody fuel truck all the way up at the very top of the mine.
That's right, we did. We will have to go for a walk and show everybody what we actually did on stream yesterday. We had we had 4 of us on stream, so which was actually really good.
I think there was 4 of us total on the stream at any one time, but we had 5 people total.
5 different people total, yeah. There we go. Thank you. I'll just put my park brake on and left trigger to refuel. Yep, I'm full. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so we are going to have to get this next layer below out. So we may even work at doing that. But as janky as this excavator is when you're trying to drive it, it's like when you're trying to move it around, it's actually really, really good to operate. So
yeah, I'm gonna say I can't say I have actually tried those excavators yet.
yeah,
I always wonder what they're like, but
it's not too bad. The reason why I got this one is to try and fit under here a little bit until we sort of start getting down to lower levels where I can have a larger excavator under there. Because this is going to be a underground kind of open pit eventually. So once we start sort of pulling everything out that we need to pull out of the ground here in this level.
I did notice when I was pickaxing just before there was a bit of copper coming up, so I reckon we can't be too far away from where that deposit is, surely.
The copper's supposed to be in the other tunnel, but I think we are getting little bits and pieces of it in here, which is good for us because I really do want to eventually find like the big vein. Down here it was a lot of iron in this pit, so but then obviously I've had to kind of blast a lot of it because we've hit a lot of solid rock in here already.
I'd say you're starting to look a bit lucky getting stuck there.
No, I was just trying to. I just can't scrape the. I just can't scrape off the ceiling. I was hoping to scrape off the ceiling, so. But I think what we're doing here is actually a really good way to get this going. It seems to be working really, really well. So.
Man, it's definitely a lot better than trying to use that front bucket.
Yeah. That front bucket, as good as it is quite the janky little thing, isn't it? So.
Yeah, I just don't understand how the teeth just keep getting stuck.
It's really only that first arm, the arm furthest away from the cab, that seems to be getting stuck on the moving down really easily. So.
And just the fact that it gets stuck there and then it doesn't want to come back in or go, it just doesn't want to move at all. It just gets stuck and then goes.
Yep. Even when it's not like overloaded or anything. So, because at one point in time, if you remember, we were sort of more thinking that it was something to do with being overloaded. All right, I'm going to try and if you scrape that flat, I'm going to try and get this fella out of here.
I'll be there in a second.
Lovely. I think that the four-wheel steering on this could be a little bit janky.
It sort of works, but sort of doesn't.
Yeah. And oftentimes it goes a little bit pigeon-toed as well. There we go. Nice. But all in all, it's actually pretty good, to be honest. Do we have enough up that end to throw another one in? Or do we need to... I probably need to dig some more out. So once you get out of there... I'll move in and dig a little bit more, I reckon.
I need to dig a little bit deeper, but I reckon it's not too far off.
Don't think I'm going to get any deeper with this fella. But we could probably get another one in, actually. Don't dump anything in the conveyors yet, because I'll take that off. Were you just about to dump, were you? Level 48, Landman Tier 3. We actually went up quite a few levels yesterday as well, with all the work that was going on. So
I think I went up about 3 levels.
Oh, and Flash and I just noticed as well, guys, that that with the new update, it seems... We're going to go in there. It seems that if you throw one of these hoppers in, it will actually clear the ground. So if I was to now remove that hopper... No, it didn't do it though. Oh, maybe it's when it's operating. Don't know. Didn't seem to do it though.
Way to find out, I guess.
Yeah. Just going to take some out of the bottom here, just while we can. There we go. Clean this area out, and then we'll get probably another 2 hoppers in, I reckon, and we'll be ready to really start digging this area out. I want to get into all of this crushed rock down the bottom here. I mean this solid rock down the bottom here. So there we go. Get that in there. Get a little bit of that out. Beautiful. And we'll keep going to do it. I keep bringing up the chat window. Right, so we'll bring that up.
Oh, that's definitely going to need a bit more digging out down underneath it.
It might...
not underneath it, next to it.
Yeah. I'm going to go through here. Why does that seem offset? That's a bit weird. That's actually really weird. I reckon it's because...
Could be because it's based off of that
Sorry,
other
mate.
hopper there. And if that one's a little bit ski-whiff compared to your floor.
Maybe. It may be.
Also, I just noticed, if you look at the hopper you just placed down, it's
Yeah.
already got stuff inside it. And then if you look underneath where it's been placed...
It has
all
its
the
flattened
stuff
itself out.
Yeah, so all the stuff that's inside the hopper must be what it's cleared out from underneath itself.
So it has automatically cleared. That's actually pretty cool. Alright, let's see.
Update. That's definitely a handy update.
That's a really handy update, actually. Saves you a lot of cleaning out, doesn't it?
Just think about the nightmare we've had with placing the conveyors down in the other tunnel.
I wonder whether the conveyors do it as well.
Thought so.
There's definitely a little bit of... I don't know. There is definitely a little bit of offset there, so I must have put that other... Must have been putting these floors in incorrectly or something. Let's throw that in there.
Does that mean we have to rip up the floor and place a new one down?
There's a possibility. I don't like the idea of doing it, but there's a possibility.
Oh dear.
That's all right. This is me because being such a noob, I never did snap. I never started my very first piece off with snap to grid, which is a big, to be honest, is a big rookie mistake. So
but then you look at the same time, it's new game, haven't had any experience with it. Always going to make rookie mistakes at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, so what do we want to do? We want to throw in... throw that fella in there. I'll just, I'll jank it. I'll jank it for now with the cable, but we'll fix it up once we get a little bit more distance. So, let's get him on. Beautiful, we've got lots there. Excellent. That's what we want to do. Get it all happening. I must have put this. Must have offset this in order I like put it in the wrong spot.
I suppose because that whole conveyor system is based off of your wash plant up top there. So if it's if that's a bit off compared to the floor, then that's kind of understandable.
This is all iron down here, so I think I might bring the excavator over here and start digging some of this iron out. Do you have dynamite to blast this solid rock up here?
Not on me.
Need to clean this ceiling off, so. But I think what we're going to do, I'm going to open this up a little bit, and I'm going to dig all of this. I'm going to try and dig all of this. All of this iron out.
Well, we do love us a bit of iron.
So whether, yeah, look at it all. This is what we're down here for, all this iron.
That's an idea for a name for the mine.
What's
Could always
that?
call it Olympic Dam.
Olympic Dam. Most definitely. Alright, so I'll bring this through, and I might get you to bring the truck through, hey? What do you reckon?
Yeah, you can do. Actually, I've done what I've got this out first, and then I'll grab the dump truck.
Let's have a look. There we go. Iron it is. At the moment I can actually dump straight into here, but we're going to be at the point where I won't be able to. There we go. Yeah, not bad this not bad this little excavator. Other than the driving jankiness.
I suppose when you think about it, that's probably what that one's pretty well designed for. It's doing kind of like all your trenching sort of stuff. Actually, I might see if I can grab one of the big excavators from upstairs and bring it down here and see how well it does fit.
Do you reckon you get it down here? You got to get it under that. You got to get it under the conveyor up there.
I'll find a way.
Definitely a bit of jank in here, but we've got enough room down here for what we're doing though with this, so which I'm pretty happy about. Okay.
And we're only getting bigger too.
Yep. As I said, once we get down to the lower levels on this, because I do plan on opening it up with that little pit, then it'll be good.
from memory, we were talking about it before. You were talking about more or less turning this into a big giant underground pit, which you can get those big machines run through, weren't you?
Yeah, that was the plan. That was definitely the plan. This was, you know, something a little bit different. Okay, let's throw that in there, and I'll get back to that view, which is right there. And we've got a save happening. That actually works really, really well on there. Just dumping it straight into that corner. I think we might dig out for a hopper here as well. Moving in the opposite direction, so...
Tell you what, it's a tight squeeze getting past all these rock trucks up here.
Oh, you're driving the excavator down. A little bit of Aussie skill there from Flash.
Something along the lines of grit and determination, or...
Yeah, bit of both, eh?
Bit of column A, bit of column B.
Alright, there we go. Come on, up we go, up we go. The suspension definitely drags this one around.
Wait, you have suspension?
This one has suspension, yeah. A bit too much suspension, I think.
Nah, you can never have too much.
I don't know whether I want this much suspension in an excavator, but there we go. Does definitely throw it around a bit. There we go. Lovely. Got that too.
Getting there slowly.
It's a process. It's a long drive for an excavator, even in high range.
And especially without suspension.
And without suspension, yes. There we go. No, this is working. This is working quite well, mate. Quite well indeed. See, I'm a genius. I'm a genius. I knew it. No, nobody else knew it, but I knew it.
Man, I'm not just so far as to say genius.
It'll never work, they said. You'll never be able to do it, they said. Well, nobody actually said that, but...
Internal monologue did.
Yep. You're dreaming too big, Simi. No, that's really, really good. Let's take the brake off. Let's move along here.
Just managed to squeeze it underneath the conveyor system.
Oh, really? I only just managed to squeeze this one under there as well.
What was that we were saying about Aussie skill and...
Yeah, that's it. Well, we can say that because now I'm not the only Aussie on the... Right. Do you want to bring this...
Hey, what's that?
Bring this dumper into here for me? That's looking pretty high. Oh, you got the pink one.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a bit of hot pink.
Got the hot pink one. Alright. Just reverse him straight up here. Or do that. That'll be fine. Yep. Beautiful. So you don't reckon that arm's too long to not hit the ceiling?
It's probably a bit of a squeeze, but I reckon if you, as long as you keep your dumper at arm's length, you can make it work.
Definitely going to dig down deeper, that one.
Yeah, I reckon, as you said, the main thing is just going to be trying to not smack the roof with it too much.
Yep. There you go. This is where, this is, this, hey? This is where I'm in. This is where I'm in my happy place, just sitting in an excavator doing this.
I reckon it's underrated.
Yep. Especially considering how well this excavator's working, as well. It's That's a lot of iron ore right there that we're pulling out of here.
I reckon probably another 2 or 3 buckets and it should be full. I suppose looking at where that excavator's sitting as well, and I reckon that's probably one of the lowest parts of the ceiling there too.
Oh, that's all right. Should be good then, hopefully. There we go. Gonna get distracted now, aren't I? It's been 33 minutes already. One more scoop, or you're right?
I'm already gone.
Okay, there you go. Turn him off. I'll jump out of here, and we'll have a squiz at what we've done there, which is pretty good. Digging some of that out. That larger excavator will actually work really, really well eventually, especially when we get down to the lower. It's a larger bucket too, and when we get down to the lower levels, it will actually be really, really good. So, which is what we want. We want all of this. We want all of this iron. We definitely want all of this iron. So
that's the other thing, is the larger we make this room, the bigger a pit we can make too.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So I think the next step is to we'll start cleaning this ceiling off over here. Start digging. We'll continue digging this iron ore out of here. It actually runs straight into there too, so we may have to put floor in there, but I think for now it's pretty good. But I'm going to leave this episode here, guys, because
What you do you want to show them what we did upstairs?
oh yeah, we should actually. Let's go for a walk, shall we? Other than paint that excavator pink. Everybody will notice that we actually we got 363 grand in there. You'd think we'd have more considering we were selling everything off, but we have been doing. Got to fix this floor too, by the way. I'm getting distracted again. But yeah, what we've basically did, we didn't really do anything down below there, but we did bring that beast through here, and you can have a look at that. We've got a dumper up there, which is with that shooters dropping straight into that, which is working really, really well actually. We actually surprised ourselves, didn't we? When we were when we were doing that.
It took a fair bit to get it lined up, but we got there.
Yeah. So we've kind of messed with the bridge. Look, I knew I could have gone up the bloody stairs. I forgot I put those in. So we messed with the bridge a little bit. We've got that turn in there. We'll end up taking a bit of that off as well. Down the bottom here, we've taken a chunk of coal out of there. We're going to actually take this chunk of coal out as well, which we'll do with an excavator. We've taken a massive chunk of coal out of there, which has been really, really good. You see we've got quite a few trucks in here now as well. And we created we put a hopper in here, which actually runs under the ground. It's got concrete floor on top and through here and dumps straight out there. And we've got that hooked up to the solar panel there. So we've been in here, we've taken all of the, most of the coal out of this area as well. I mean, there's still a lot in here, but we will get up here eventually and start digging more out. So we'll probably end up leaving this hopper here. And we may even sort of extend it, but yeah, that's what we've been doing.
I reckon the coal up top here was starting to thin out a bit because it was starting to get a bit sporadic when I was digging up on the top of the hill there. But
seems like it's getting patchy, doesn't it? Seems like it's starting to get patchy, but yeah, a little bit of an offset here and straight down to the chute, which actually drops straight in there and we don't really lose anything. So, yeah, no, looking really, really good. We all did a fantastic job.
Professional miners.
Yep, almost like professional miners, and that actually works really, really well in that sense too. So, I mean, we could eventually extend that if we wanted to and add more power if we're going to go back into the hill there a little bit, but we'll see how we go because our concentration up here, most of our concentration was to get this coal out of the ground, but we have so much coal that we have so much coal now that yeah, that we probably could stop doing that and start pulling iron out, which we should have a load of iron ore coming through. Not in there, we won't, but it's this one, I think, isn't it? Yeah, see, we're starting to get copper and iron coming out of there now. So, but anyway, guys, thank you very much, Flash, for joining me for recording. Hopefully Flash will be able to sort of come through and help out, considering what we are doing, and it's kind of a little bit more multiplay-ish now. I'll bring some of the other boys in as well at some point. But thank you very much. Thanks everybody for watching. We will see you in the next episode. Be safe and watch out for the random shovel flings of Flash. See you, Flash.
Catch you later, mate.
Bye, everyone.